Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. There are pieces of gear that have earned their place on this show the hard way. Cryptic rack gear, dreadful cheese factories laden with barely usable presets, and shameless money grabs taking advantage of big names. Balenciaga-like design Orgeddon and nostalgia are only the tip of the iceberg. Today we are going to talk about the Aira Compact S-1. This 2023 ultra compact virtual analog synth is so fresh off the assembly line that one might become a little suspicious about how it was able to arouse enough controversy to fulfill the criteria for being featured on this channel.
At the first glance, S1 is ticking all the boxes, if you thought that Roland boutiques were a little too big. Robust plastic enclosure known from the T8 and J6 with tried and tested knob parodies. One of the smallest 2-octave keyboards I've ever had the displeasure to use. And a main encoder for conquering the demonic dungeon that is the menu structure of the instrument. While Roland seems to focus on Zen technology for their synths further up the food chain, the S1 is still based on ACB, which has a reputation of being the more authentic sounding choice. Quite similar to the boutique SH-101A, this 4-voice polyphonic engine is inspired by the coolest guitar of all time, the SH-101. Analog-ish oscillator tones, including PWM, and 2 shapes of noise. Pulse can be replaced by a triangle in smooth and stepped form. More experimental shapes are easily generated by just drawing them the Etch-a-Sketch way. And the multiply functionality allows for sync-like sounds. Based on these creations, Chop can be used to remove fractions of all waveforms and lets you add pronounced metallic flavors with a comb functionality. This TARDIS of an oscillator is put through a musical sounding VA filter, capable of self-oscillation. Just like on the original, modulators are kept to a bare minimum. One envelope amp can be set to an organ-style gate and one LFO. D-Motion is the more than worthy successor to the classic D-Beam. It sounds like something I would have come up with as the final punchline of a Bad Gear episode and turns your avant-garde dance moves into filter tweaks. Theremin-worthy pitch extravaganza and other modulation experiments. Reverb, delay, and the Juno-esque chorus are of more than decent quality. I enjoyed using the Polyphonic 64-step sequencer with ratchets, probability, and motion recording. The Arpeggiator is more than just a gimmick. And you can work towards your next EDM drop with a riser functionality. There are quite a few Mortal Kombat finishing move-like shortcuts to mitigate the horrors of menu diving. All connections have to be made using mini jacks or the noise-inducing USB-C port. We will see how well the internal rechargeable but non-replaceable battery will age, and the $200 price tag makes the minuscule display with its digital hieroglyphics somewhat forgivable.
S1 offers an impressive set of features and seems to be on par with more expensive Roland synths when it comes to sound quality. Did people just post hate comments so I can put it on the show?
You have already heard the synth in today's intro tune. Solid job, but I can't shake the feeling that we have heard this exact timbre of Roland emulation before. Time to put it to the test in a traditional Bad Gear Jam 1 EDM workout.
I've never seen my beloved TB3 so jealous. Easy to use sequencer, access to most essential synthesis parameters and a professional sounding engine based on a Roland classic. The 4-voice polyphony is more than welcome. Let's push it to its limits and add a not so distant relative to the jam. Although I might have preferred a more Juno-like engine here, the S1 can definitely stand its ground. While easier on the eyes than the Alienware-colored knobs of System 1, tweaking the S1 is not exactly comfortable. With almost anachronistic 80s synth tones on tap, it is easy to forget about the added oscillator features. I wanna know if we can create some more contemporary sounds for this best of sci-fi house, down-tempo trance and 90s techno-futurism, literal and figurative do the robot. In my humble opinion, the S1 is the most thought-out Roland instrument since 1990. Sure, the compact form factor comes with a number of limitations and menu diving can be a serious PITA, but sound quality is great, the sound engine is fully tweakable and the upgraded oscillators allow for almost Waldorf-like tones. The synth is easily accessible to beginners and deep enough for experienced users, and in all honesty, it is one of the rare cases in which even I feel triggered by the hate comments which qualify the S1 for this show. This is, of course, completely absurd, but I hope responsible viewers like you wouldn't even think of abusing this newfound power for getting your favorite synth on bad gear. Or would you? Thanks for watching and see you next time! Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron and leave a comment what other kind of gear you would like to see and hear on the show.